Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin has dumped again and we have just liquidated over $500 million from the entire crypto market in the past 24 hours. Let me show you what will probably be the next move. Now, first you're going to know this. For the past few days, Bitcoin has been trading at a very important volume level at approximately $91,000. This volume level was literally the value area low of the entire upper price action since November 2024. So if we look like that, we are measuring 1 year worth of the entire price action right here, and it really does look like the volume level, even right here, is still being respected. And not only the value area low, we can right now go with the anchored VWAP and anchor it at the local high, where you're right now going to see the anchored VWAP hit almost exactly to the dollar accuracy, value area low hit very nicely, and since then we are right now getting a rejection back down of approximately 8%. That is why, of course, many people are getting wrecked. Over 600 million of long and short positions combined have gotten wrecked in the past 24 hours. And even my trades, yes, I'm still right now in a profitable trade on Bitcoin and also on XRP. However, unfortunately, the trade on Ethereum and also on Solana is right now being in a loss. If we are going to go lower and hit our next important lower target, of course, we can be looking to add something to all of our trades. And of course, also the bots, the Bitcoin and Ethereum bot, are going to be actually buying the dip. But right now, let's talk about what is right now happening for the past couple of hours exactly at this specific area, because you probably know we have been trading in some kind of a horizontal range when we are zooming in on the 30-minute time frame, for example. In the previous video, I was saying to you that the bottom of the range right here is going to be a very nice area of support, simply because when we right now measure the entire bounce with volume, the value area high, one of the first and very important volume level, was coming in almost exactly below our horizontal range. And we were saying that if we get a push down right here towards the bottom of the range, we need to see a reaction towards the upside where we can be looking for another long trade. Unfortunately, the trade was never offered to us because there was no reaction at our value area low. Bitcoin continued much lower towards downside. And what can that right now potentially mean? If we are going to go even lower from the area where we are as of right now, we definitely need to talk about the entire 5-wave price structure we have already mentioned only a couple of days ago. So what exactly do I have in mind? We are going to go right here with the elite impulsive wave, where we can say we finished the first impulse right here, we got a correction, another impulse, another correction, and right now Bitcoin might already be forming, of course, if we are right now going to continue lower, another and last push towards the downside for us to actually finish then the entire 5-wave price structure. But what is going to be the most important price target right here of the 5th elite wave if Bitcoin does continue higher? Very simply, I want to go right now on the 4-hour time frame, and we are going to use the Fibonacci extension tool from the exact all-time high right here, back towards this specific low, back towards this specific high. And you're right now going to see the 1.618 Fibonacci extension price target is going to come in literally just below our recent low at approximately $79,500. And this specific price target is really not a random level. We can also right now go with our high term time frame levels, where you're going to see the daily and the weekly level coming in almost exactly at our 1.618. So right now, very simply, if Bitcoin does continue lower and breaks all of our very important support levels right here, definitely the target is going to be below $80,000, maybe even slightly lower, maybe even 78.3, maybe even Bitcoin is going to start forming another lower low. But of course, the strategy is going to be the same. Personally, I don't really care if we are going to bounce right here, or maybe even if we are going to form a new lower low. I know I want to be buying the dip, and with my long trades, I'm going to be adding even more capital to my long trade on Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, and also Solana. And of course, also again, the bots are actually going to be buying the dip, which of course is one of the most important things. And this is right now why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1,000 likes are really possible. And of course, also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Right now, let's talk about at what area is Bitcoin trading at the moment, and also what is actually going to be the first important support level. So what you're right now going to notice, when we are zooming in on the 1 hour time frame, Bitcoin has been trading approximately at the weekly level for the past few hours. $86,774 US was actually a brand new weekly level that was confirmed only a couple of hours ago. So it's literally a fresh level coming in at this specific area where we are as of right now. But what we also usually say, one of the most important levels we should always pay attention to are going to be liquidity levels. And you can right here see, we got the first low right here acting as a liquidity level at approximately $86,200 US. Another liquidity level just slightly lower, and also then here another liquidity level, and almost exactly where Bitcoin is currently getting some kind of a very small reaction off of. Additionally, we can right now measure the entire bounce towards the upside with our volume, where we are right now going to see the point of control, the biggest volume cluster coming in, not exactly at our liquidity level right here, however, approximately at our weekly level, we also do have our point of control, the biggest volume cluster. So there is no doubt right now, Bitcoin is already trading at some kind of an area of support. Is this right here enough for me to fire a brand new long trade? To be honest, not really. Why so? Because also, slightly lower, we do have another very important area of support, and of course also another important Fibonacci ratio. Because what we usually say, the most important Fibonacci ratio is definitely going to be the golden pocket. So what you're right now going to see, we go with our Fibonacci retracement from the exact low back towards the exact high. The golden pocket, if you look like that, it still has not been hit. And also, at the gold Fibonacci ratio, Bitcoin does have a daily high-term time frame area of support at approximately $84,600 US, aligning beautifully also with another liquidity level, because of course we do have another low right here, almost exactly at the gold Fibonacci ratio. So I would say like that, if Bitcoin does right now get another push down, this area right here is actually going to be a very nice area of support, where potentially we might be looking to add something to our long trades on Bitcoin, XRP, and also on Ethereum. But of course, the reality is you need to wait for a reaction. I'm not going to blindly add something to my position right here, because potentially, as we said before, we are right now trading in the 5-wave price structure straight towards upside. If you do feel slightly more risky, and of course also if you're going to have proper risk management, that being said, setting a stop loss below the support level, of course we can still be looking for some kind of a long trade right here. But the reality is, wait for a reaction, or even better, wait for a sign of strength. That being said, for Bitcoin to then reclaim some kind of an area of resistance. What is then simply going to mean? If we go right now towards the gold Fibonacci ratio, get a bounce and reclaim our weekly level, bullish Bitcoin indication, we are going to then look for another push towards the upside, probably at least towards the area of $90,000 US. Now, of course, unfortunately, because we are getting this specific push down, we also got another cross with our exponential moving averages. So, as you probably know, only a couple of days ago, we got a bullish cross with our EMAs. 50 EMA went above the 200 EMA, but right now, unfortunately, we are getting once again a bearish cross. 50 EMA is going below the 200 EMA, which right now means we are in a downtrend on the 1 hourly, we are in a downtrend on the 2 hourly, and of course also on the 4 hourly and the daily time frame. So overall speaking, in terms of the trend, it's not really looking very good for Bitcoin. However, I know, because we are right now experiencing quite a significant push down already, personally, I'm not looking for brand new short trades. I'm still looking to go with another buying position. I'm still looking to go and add something to all of my long trades on Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and also Solana. And right now going with the Achler Stochastic CG Oscillator right here, where we are right now going to know this. Because today is actually the 1st of December, we got another push down on the Achler Stochastic CG Oscillator. And last time we were trading approximately at this exact area. What actually happened? It was right here. Bitcoin was moving impulsively towards another all-time high. Also, we were trading at this specific area right here. It was the bottom for Bitcoin, impulsive move towards the upside. Right here, yes, unfortunately, we did not really get any major push up, but nevertheless, we at least got an all-time high right here. And also right now, Bitcoin is trading exactly at this specific area. So I'm not saying we need to right to get another major push up right here towards another all-time high. All I know is that yes, right now, everyone is being scared, everyone is being wrecked, and this right here is one of the main reasons why I'm looking for brand new long trades. And of course, if you want to trade with us, make sure you're taking an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus with the first link down below, because only after you're going to register with Bybit with this specific link right here, you're already going to get 20 USDT completely for free. Then make sure you deposit at least $100 because you're going to get another 20 USDT. But also, when you're going to open up your first trade, you're going to get even bigger bonuses clicking the first link down below, registering, and then of course also depositing on Bybit. Right now, let's actually zoom in on the weekly time frame with our Achler stochastic CG oscillator, because what you're right now going to see, it really does look like we are being in the oversold area already. So the last time we were in the oversold, we actually got another push towards the upside on the Bitcoin price itself. And the daily time frame, no, unfortunately, we are not in the oversold just yet, but we started curving towards downside. Once we are going to be in the oversold, it is definitely also going to be another bullish Bitcoin indication. Now, overall speaking, of course, because we are pushing lower, the monthly candle right now did close very, very bearishly. So yes, our previous monthly candle, the candle of November, it closed very, very red. And to be honest, it's not really looking bullish, right? And also on the weekly time frame right here, the previous weekly candle right here did not really close bullishly. Yes, it was a green candle right here, but nothing really significant. So it's right now quite hard to say if Bitcoin actually bottomed out at this specific area and we are already right now going to continue higher, or simply if we do continue lower. But again, it doesn't really matter. I am personally right now still preparing for some kind of a bounce towards the upside on Bitcoin to happen from the area where we are as of right now, or of course ideally from our gold Fibonacci ratio, just slightly lower at approximately 85,000 US dollars. But nevertheless, I know I want to still be buying the dip because ideally we are looking for a bigger bounce towards the upside literally in the next couple of days. What is then definitely going to be a bullish sign that I'm right up paying attention to Bitcoin, if we are going to be able to break our value area high, the upper volume level at 89,000 US dollars. If we are able to break it back towards the upside to see the acceptance above the value area high, in this scenario, this right here is definitely going to be a sign of strength on Bitcoin, and we can be looking for our higher target, which in this scenario then is going to be our much bigger golden Fibonacci ratio at approximately 97,000 US dollars right here. So right now the plan is staying very, very simple. I'm looking to buy the dip, paying attention to the reaction at our first golden Fibonacci ratio. If there is no reaction, we are then unfortunately looking for lower, for at least a lower low below 80,000 US dollars. But again, if we go below 80,000 US dollars, I'm definitely going to look and add something more to all of my long trades right here. And of course also the trading bots are going to be adding to their positions. And of course, if you right now want to trade with us, make sure you click the first link down below in the description. You register on Bybit because only after you register, you already get 20 USDT. Then also make sure you deposit. You're going to get even bigger bonus. But also when you're going to open up your first trade, you're going to get even bigger bonuses using the first link down below. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.